Well, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday to you, me. At a time when I'm not prepared for the stream. I'm still trying to put my cufflinks on. Hi, my name is Opal. Welcome to Lost Opal Tarot. Good morning, it's Alien Ant. I see some stuff we need to fix immediately. I'm not dressed yet. So you're just gonna have to give me one moment here while I finish. I went ahead and pressed the start streaming button and forgot to actually be completely dressed. That's okay though. But for now, I need to shrink some stuff I can see already. That's gonna bug me, but is what it is. Hopefully this will make chat a little easier to see for everybody, but I can already tell you while we're on this screen, I don't always want this on. So now we know. Good morning. How are you, Alien Ant? Hi. We put a cute little box everywhere. I mean, kinda, yeah. I just realized I need to grab something real quick, potentially. I don't know. Well, who knows? We'll figure that out later. I'm missing a thing. That's okay though. Better today from the flu. Oh no. Not the flu. Not the goo. That sucks. You're Jesus Christ. You got me paranoid now. Go ahead and take some more vitamin D. All right, camera. It's always something, man. It's always something. So, we are in the eternal fight. Well, good. That means your body's doing its thing. Just now. Now, you gotta, not that you know, you don't need to be mothered or fathered or whatever. But man, I keep having friends who, human nature, but the minute they feel better, I mean like the very second they wake up and they feel even remotely better, they go right back to their daily routine and they get even sicker like a day later. Sicker, get even more sick a day later, you know? It's Alien Ant 97. You come here enough for me to ask this. You see anything different today? Anything look weird? Chill day, hell yeah. Me too, kind of. I am waiting to see if we hear back. Anything at all. Nothing sticks out. Huh. Listen, I don't need acknowledgement at all, but Houston. Hello, Crystal. How are you? We have 2 decks on the screen now. Why could this be? You may ask. Taurus and Libra. Well, hi, Brenda. How are you? Crystal and Brenda. Oh, it's 2 of you. A Taurus and a Libra. Got it. Well, hi, Crystal and Brenda. Good morning. How are you? Oh, see, man, it is Monday for sure. I'm not dressed. I don't have captions on. We are, man, hot mess express. It's okay. It's all right. That's what Mondays are for. Shake it off, you know? Just go out and give her. That's all we can do. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Now we have some captions, just in case people have a difficult time hearing me. So I guess it helps as well. I'm all sorts of scattered. You spend some time working on some stuff all day for a couple days, and then you expect your brain to continue to function normally, you know? It doesn't seem to work that way in my case. Speaking of, again, it is Monday morning. In case anybody else out there takes medications, I do. Med check for you, because it's medication time for me. I have what I lovingly refer to as the ADHD, that is to say ADHD. So I take a small amount of medication. It's very small, itty bitty, teeny tiny pill. It's not big at all. I mean, it's like the size of a normal, you know, pain reliever or something like that. It's not a horse pill. Don't mind me. Okay, we did it. So, new job. I don't know. I don't know yet. I haven't started it. I'm still waiting for them to get back to me after the new year. This is the week they're supposed to get back to me. So, we'll see. I spent some time last night making rune cards for us. Hooray! So, in theory, all right, I did open the queue, right? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. It's just us right now. In theory, this just occurred to me last night, but technically, we don't have to, you know, just by the way, there's enough people here. I do physical pulls, okay? It's very important to me that we do physical pulls. However, I make the claim of cartomancy here, all right? And that is to say, effectively, it does not matter what source you give me to divine with. There are multiple methods at work here, all at once, right? Meaning, I could just shuffle these, right? We could just hide this. Divination before your very eyes, automatically, until we press the button. What do we get? Urus. Oh, I'm so happy we did this. All right. I say this from time to time. Here, this is cathartic work. Very much so. But I cheat just by the way that I am designed. Meaning the things that I do to help myself, to use to help you, help me too. So I've been having, I just have not put enough time in with runes to remember them all yet, to remember their symbols and their keywords and all of that. So, some cards on the screen to help me while we learn. But I will still pull an actual rune for the room. And we get Kanaz Torch. This goofy fucker. Oh wait. It came to us reversed. So now, see, we can come in here, put everything back in order since I kind of remember. And then we have an actual card to show you on the screen too. For tarot or Lenormand. Hello, Perthemi18. I am good. Good to see you again. How are you? We're just discussing some stuffs, being nerds. But now we've got this, okay? We reverse it so it matches, and now it's got little notes. Same as before. You can learn with me simultaneously. Happily, PP. That's my rhyme for the day, for now at least. Give it like 5 minutes. So, these, you know, the art on these is not amazing at all, but I do not care right now at all. I'm just so happy to have this. I pulled for the room, which is very funny to me because I pulled, when I pulled this, I pulled it sideways, but I turned it to reversed. It doesn't really matter though. It's torch. This is clarity reversed. So this would be dimming or burnout or low inspiration. So I think the art on my cards might be getting called out here. They are very low effort, but they work. But they work, right? Just so you can see, you have this to deal with on the camera, or that. You know, which do you prefer? I know which one I like. Gotta shuffle them up. This is probably my favorite part about doing runes anymore. I want to make like a miniature little 3D printed thingy with runes in it, but it's like the little bingo spinners, you know? Where you just can stick your whole hand in there and ta-da, a rune. I don't know why, but that seems so fun to me. To actually have like the physical item of here. Dedicated camera, right? That's all it does is stare at that thing for when we're spinning the wheel of fortune, if you will. But anyways, it's just us. If anybody wants a reading, let me know. What are we at? 8:14, cool. So just making sure our stuff's just working. I don't have this set up to you in here. The software is called Orphalese, by the way. In here, you can have it set up to have notes for when you reverse a card, or not. Just put all your notes in here if you want, so that all notes show at all times. I've chosen not to include the reversals here, but you can in Orphalese by pressing F6 on Windows at least. And that lets you add these cute little notes in here, in case people are wondering how the hell this works. As well, I guess I can be nice. This. Pertheme, yes, we all do. Absolutely. All the damn time. I mean, just inherently built into the system, unfortunately, but fortunately as well. It allows us temperance. Temperance is how we integrate things into our lives, both the good and the bad. So yes, but what matters most is not that there's negativity surrounding you. However, what we do with it, how we interact with it, how we allow it, and key word there, allow it to interact with us and our lives. Yes, 100% that. So yeah, 100%. Partemi, are you okay? Do you need a self-love spread today? Would you like a rune? I tried to. I was sitting here thinking. God, the whole reason I brought up the physical pulse thing. Sorry, ADHD reminder. So, in all technicalities, us divining here could be boiled down to simply this. Okay? If somebody wanted a rune, there's a shuffled deck right there. Pull. We pull the same damn one, but upright this time. I have this set for reversals. So, torch, dim torch to full upright torch immediately. This is right here, the same as what I just did. I just don't do it on the stream solely because, you know, it removes from the magic of all this, right? The next thing I need to get is my own custom Lenormand deck for you guys to have that on the stream as well. Dealing with vivid dreams always. Parthemi, do you have a dream interpreter book at all? I do not have one. I know they're out there, but you can Google some of the stuff in your dreams, like from it, or just consult like an actual free dream interpretation source from like Internet Archive, for instance, if that's allowed where you live, and cheat, basically. Review the book that way. See if there's anything in there. I need to get a dream interpretation book. That is something I should know. Just for what we do here, understanding a little more about, I don't know how to say this, the archetypes of the psyche, if you will. And the moment I say that, okay, so you already know then, but the recurring is the issue. But I assume, oh no, not even recurring, just that they're vivid. Is that the problem? Just too intense? Yeah. The minute those words came out of my mouth, I had been told previously that I am apparently, the way that I view tarot, esoterica in general, is very, very much so in line with Mr. Carl Jung. Carl Jung, however you say his name. So, that is what we do to a degree. This is an analysis of the psyche, in a way. Not psychology specifically. I cannot make that claim. It is an analysis of the psyche, an audit, if you will, an interesting experiment that we lovingly call divination, because sometimes it tells us some pretty wild shit. Case in point, this one, Kanaz. Man, if I can't learn these this way, we got a problem. We got a major problem. Many use it as a quick pill. Yeah, well, this is something that I've been thinking a lot about lately. Since we're doing in-person consulting now, I have an actual, you know, an in-person price to come to meet with me, right? But it's just been on my mind a lot. Obviously, that this is not professional therapy, right? However, it does give us an opportunity to delve into some personal matters that are going on, right? It's kind of the whole point. $20 technically. $20 will get you a tarot deck. That does not help you understand the fuller, deeper meanings of things, does not get you what I am hopeful I offer here. It does enable you to start somewhere for low effort, low income, you know, low income, low cost, low income and low cost, frankly, right? While I must be sure to deviate from providing medical advice here, I can tell you all damn day, you know, how brave are you? Because if you're feeling pretty fucking brave and you got the courage to ask yourself some uncomfortable questions, go get you a deck. Really doesn't matter which one. It will get you started on the path. Alternatively, come say hi, come see me, you know? Peekaboo. Effectively. That's just been on my mind a lot, though. Trying to figure out where the balance is. Because at what point does... Yeah, I've seen people that do this work that just charge exorbitant fees. I mean, just massive fees. And if they are, just that much in demand, that's excellent. But man, it's just fascinating to me. The point being, I want to make sure that I've got a way for everybody to be included in this, every single person possible. That's why we do this, right? The live stream work is all free. It's donation based, Donate if you want. That is all. Hi, come with your questions. Hello, how are you? Here you go. All I wish to be is just a happy little occurrence in your day. That's all. You need not even tell anybody I exist. Just a little voice inside your ear in your office meetings while you're getting yelled at because you didn't put a cover on the fucking TPS report. Jesus Christ. I gotta grab something. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay. Hi. Sorry. Gonna be one of those kinds of days. We are living in a huge misunderstanding. Whoa. Of spirituality and inner work and tarot mirror. I agree. 100%. 100%. It is part of the reason I'm doing this. Not to come into a scene and just be correct, but just to understand. Because it seems as though, especially in these systems, there are, obviously, it is divination. There is room for interpretation, always. I don't want to argue with that. However, in terms of art, on the different styles of decks, okay? When we get to the modern era of art on decks, all right, meaning your themed stuff, such as this, okay? Oh, see, this poor deck knows that I'm going to talk some shit right now in a light way. It brings us the Nine of Wands. which, just so in case you're not familiar with the Nine of Wands, is feeling a little defensive at the moment. The minute I brought this up. I start talking about a deck's design and it immediately goes on the defensive. Look at this poor guy. Same card, different deck, right? When we get to the more modern, I'll say from 19, I don't know, 1950s on, let's say. Okay. Now we've got these like theme styles, and that's not to say that there weren't earlier. I'm just saying, just as a baseline, modern, very different art interpretations. Now that society has changed completely, okay? Here's an example. This is the Solabusca Tarot, all right? I don't use this on the stream. It's got some art that's, well, not exactly very stream friendly. You know what I mean? It's the big kids table art, some of them. But just to give you an idea, these cards, some of this stuff may look familiar to you. However, some of it may not at all, nor should it for the standard tarot goer. Everything in there was based on society at the time. Duh. However, in this deck, you've got things like just some minor variations, okay, that are call-outs. They're based on older systems. They are still being researched to this day. To this day. They're like 500-ish years old, a little older. And we are still trying to understand all of the Renaissance style art, all the actual inspiration that the artists of that time drew from, right? Just trying to go back to the beginning, if you will, the beginning of the beginning, as we humans often do. But in that, there are a lot of disagreements in what things mean, right? Not that there is a singular meaning. That's kind of the beauty of all of this. I think probably the single most useful piece of advice I ever read was not even given to me. Was literally just trust your intuition. When you pull a card, when you pull a spread, okay, if you're like me, you don't remember the questions and you have to read them like 9 times. But you, I forgot what I was saying. Shit. Thank you, ADHD. You effectively, oh, see, it was here and there it went. This is why we take medication. What the hell was I talking about? Isn't that so fun? I can't remember what I was saying. Doesn't matter, clearly. Anyways, Solabusca, Rider-Waite Smith. How about the Smith Rider deck? Is that one you've heard of? That's just Pamela Coleman Smith and Rider, something. I forget the other person's name. I should know this. No, A.E. Waite, Arthur Edward Waite, right? Pamela Coleman Smith used the Solabusca Tarot as inspiration for when her and A.E. Waite were working on recreating the decks. 1909, effectively. So, I want to go back to what the source here was using as their source. We already have the Visconti Sforza, which is our quote-unquote most complete tarot deck to a degree, the oldest. But even that is inaccurate as it's missing some cards. So the oldest complete, like we can trace it from start to now, is the Solabusca. How about that? But there are some cards on this that are as they are of the time. There's people, getting there. They're just getting mutilated in the art. It's not everywhere. It's just in a couple places, but it's enough to make you, it's gruesome. Not for everybody. Not that obviously this is a 18 and older event here on the stream. Tarot is for everybody. However, the maturity of its themes at times may not be, if you catch my drift. So, I love that I pull a digital and this is the card it pulls out to us. It's like it knows. But nothing to be defensive about, right? We're just talking some history, some origins, some stuff I find very, very interesting. Since we're in a lull, technically, our quote-unquote rush hour does not begin until 9, so we're kind of just hanging out. Oh, I need to remember to practice with my actual planet die. We're just getting a general message. Woo! You see how the shuffling works with the big giant planet cube? Okay, I think this is Palace in the first house with Capricorn, I think. Palace, Capricorn 1. Mirror of perspective. And when the perspective change and use and the use change. Whoa, man. Hold on. Mirror of perspective, and when the perspective change, the use change. Okay, I got it. Yes, when our understanding of something changes, our use changes 100%. Let's see how I did on our stuff. You can see what I have up on the screen. I haven't pulled up our cheater sheet yet, but I'm gonna need it. This is what it is. Capricorn, I think is what I said. Capricorn, and I am right. Sick. You need to see this too. Capricorn. Okay, we get it. Upright. So mastery, structure, long-term building. Oh, this isn't even the right. This ain't the right thing. No, that's in here. You silly. We need this thing. It's okay. It's all right. We did that. Oh no, wait. Celestial entity, palace. We still need this one. This is palace, right? I think. Palace. Strategy. Patterns. Solve. Okay, cool. And who was it? Capricorn. We said yes. Strategically, responsibly, the self. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. Oh, I forgot to put the book back. God, so apparently, to even read the Solabuska to a degree that I want to read it in requires you can get the book on Internet Archive for free, but I prefer at some point in my future, should the fates allow, I will need to drop a couple $100 on an original, not even original, but there's just one pressing as far as I can tell, of a book called The Game of Saturn by Mark Mark something. James, Marks, Mart, don't remember. So we can nerd out on that and understand what the heck's going on here. But we can put this back. Ta-da. And now I know. I think we need them this big. An accurate statement. Bigger. That big. What happens? Oh, hello. Thank you for the follow. Tarot by Chelsea. So now, all right, cool. These are big enough, yes. They're blurry. I don't care. We know. They work. Ta-da. Runes. Bam. You'll never even know that they're there. Secrets. Tell no one. Boo, boo, boo. Cool. What else did we do? I started working on an on-stream Lenormand. But that is going to take me some time. I actually intend today, after the stream, to continue working on that. Because realistically, Oracle decks, obviously copywritten works and stuff, I can make my own little Lenormand, same as we did for these, same kind of concept, right? The art will not be official, if you will, but it will get the point across and allow people to actually see on the screen versus over here on this little, this poor thing that's trying its hardest little heart out to keep up with what I want from it. It does not handle low light well. So it's a little, here, want to see? Look. See all the little spiders running around on the screen? Everywhere? It's just poor quality camera, that's all. Fix it someday. That's why we just kind of hide out over here, though. For anybody here, if you would like a reading, I'll be here for a while this morning. But way up there. Instructions on how to join the reading queue, in case you were curious. To use some of these crazy things you see on the screen, if you're even watching the screen. Oh, Elizabeth K. It's like I knew you joined and I just had to say how to do it. Hi, how are you? Good morning. Oh my God, Tarot by Chelsea. I'm so sorry I missed you. 100% missed you joining the queue. Tarot by Chelsea. If you are still here, it is your turn for a reading. I am so sorry. I've been sitting here blabbering away. This is why I need a third monitor. Poopy. Oh, thank you very much, Chelsea. You're a sweetheart. Hi, feel free to interrupt me anytime. We're just hanging out, listening to some tunes. Chilling. Oh. I'm being tested. I lost a thing that I rather like, and it's really not that important. I just don't want to lose it. Inevitable. But now I gotta figure out where it is, and it's very small. So that'll be very fun to do. Chelsea, I'm gonna assume you have Tarot by Chelsea. I'm gonna assume you read too. If you need some help understanding how this works, let me know. I assume you know how it works though. Here's a spread idea for you, okay? This is a 3-in-1. All right. know I say come get a free reading, but technically they're like 3 little readings in one, and then we combine them all. 3 questions with all their own answers, and sometimes they tell a little story. Oh, okay. Well, hi. Would you like to see what we do here? What you see on the screen is some software called Obsidian. All right. This is my journaling stuff. This is how I have, you know, different spreads. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. This is just notes. In my notes, you have a layout, the questions, what it's for, blah, blah, right? So, for you, just to get you, oh, why do I have this like this? That doesn't go like that. I will be auditing the library until I am no more, I assume. For you, I vote we just pull you a rune and a Lenormand, okay? That's a nice, quick, easy intro to what the heck happens here. A rune, I'm sorry, not a Lenormand, a rune and a 3-card pull. Excuse me. Oh. That card's not involved. Okay. 3 cards, rune. Runes here are in this deck. Boop. Okay. This is just so you can see them on the screen. Where they really live is in here. Okay. So, quick shuffle. These are Elder Futhark runes. Okay. We just reach in here and grab one. What do we get? Bam. X. Okay. Big ol' X. So, since this is nice and itty bitty and so very easy for you to see on the screen clearly, instead of dealing with that at all, we come over here and bam. All right? We can make this a little smaller. This guy can come live over here. This now becomes the overarching message or theme of our reading. Okay? Just real quick. Gift, upright, reciprocity, and partnership. Neato. Okay? So there's a whole lot more to go into here, but this just gives you a kind of keyword overview of the gift. The big thing to remember with this one is that this is, Gebo speaks specifically of an equal give and take relationship, right? Kind of the highlight, but at its very core, it is about the sharing or receiving or giving of gifts. Neato. Anyways, let's pull you 3 cards. Thinking, feeling, doing. I don't know why, but my intuition, I just get, I don't even want to say it. I do not want to say it. Something tells me we're going to get a card of mild confusion in the thinking. You know, at its heart, all this stuff is not complicated. It's only as complicated as we make it, but I have a tendency to over-explain. I am aware of this, but at its core, it is because I desire deeply to make sure I am clear. 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, I gotta move some stuff. You can't live here just yet. Get out of here. Okay. That won't work either. Reflections. most foul. All right. So, here we don't get our card of confusion necessarily, but we do get a reply I find interesting. But as well, some other stuff comes up here that we will discuss, okay? Oh, you done fucked up. Bye. So, yes, here and as well, Tower here. The you done fucked up was not for you, Chelsea. Sorry, that was for our brand new friend in chat. In case you don't know, yeah, pretty much. So, the fireworks go off as well whenever I ban somebody, so the only people I ban really are bots. I think we've had a total of 2 people be completely banned from the channel. I prefer to keep it that way. So, 9 of Cups. Okay. This is conflicted feelings. Upright are 9 of Cups, all right? I like to say this would be us, very much so in balance with our feelings, our accomplishments, okay? Specifically our feelings, as this is Cups related, all right? Most people call this card smug, and he is not at all. He is content. Look how happy this person is, right? Most people I have talked with, and even the people that, my sources initially, all say that this person was smug. I disagree completely. It becomes smug sometimes in the reverse, depending on what we're asking. But here, this is a mild form of dissatisfaction, right? This is the naysayer, even though everything is going so good. You ain't got a damn thing to complain about. But we don't feel that way. We're not in alignment, right? This should be us sitting effectively at the basin of a waterfall. Okay, the base of a waterfall, excuse me. All right, each one of these cups is like an achievement in life. All right, these are something we feel very not only fulfilled in, but damn near complete with. 9 in tarot is the number of, not even just tarot and numerology, the number of near completion. Okay, near. The next card, 10, is complete. Okay, so clearly we are working through some emotions, right? You can see even here on the digital art, there's a little crack in the card, right? This is not, just think of this as a dam, all right? When we are upright in it, we are feeling confident, happy, right? Pretty fucking fulfilled. Not complete just yet, but damn near close. Here, something's off. There's a crack in the dam, effectively. Our thoughts are directly on our feelings. I argue that's also partially, this is your first time here. You're probably figuring out, who is this a-hole on my screen? What the fuck is he talking about? I do not understand. This makes me feel things. What is it? Why? Anyways, moving on. Regarding your feelings, this tells me we are getting over some heartbreak from the past. Don't know what, not my business. No need to comment, okay? Just saying our feelings are on a past heartbreak and how we can come out of it, okay? This is growth that has been blocked. The number 3 in numerology. Growth, collaboration, okay? The 3 divine principles of vision, purpose, and craft. Growth. The holy trinity of you growing. All right? Now that is blocked. So here the mind, swords, thoughts. Okay. Something we attempted to grow did not go well. So now we're here. Here we sit, brokenhearted. You know? But in your case, you blocked this. This could also be we are trying to come to terms with it, or alternatively, we are completely, truly blocking it out, ignoring this. That is what our feelings are on. That may be why we have turned to tarot in the first place. I don't know. Again, none of my business. Just a generic read, okay? And your doings, all right? So, this one, I'm glad you came here, Chelsea. This one we need to discuss. Again, this is just insight for you. And I don't mean it in an accusatory way whatsoever. This card, I'm just a translator. I just work here, all right? Just saying. This card would be indicative of someone who is blocking a necessary change in their life. The tower represents the very foundations of a core function of ourselves, of our very world, whether that be physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, whatever that is. Okay? Upright, this is effectively the foundations of the very core thing that we're addressing here in our doings today. The foundations of it are crumbling. The walls themselves are toppling down around you. If they are not already, they are in process of, or they need to be. And we are denying that. This is a step in the hero's arc of tarot. Excuse me. Have another one, why don't I? The next step after this card, okay? You would think, oh, it's so bad, everything is terrible, right? This is just awful news. Okay. You can see we got people falling from our tower, yes. The lightning bolt, the calamity, if you will. The lightning bolt from God, Zeus, Shiva, whoever you call that, okay? I just use the general term God here. Hello. But this guy, right after all this madness, okay, we get finally to move on in our journey, okay? Excuse me. So, from being tempted to an absolute collapse of some foundational core thing in our life, you finally get to move on to a state of Gabo. Okay? The measures of equal give and take, balance. Okay? This is the next step after this, but blocking this does not help you get here to help progress things further. Now, this could be blocked just obviously due to environmental constraints, I should say, or mental blocks, emotional blocks. I do not know. It does not matter. Again, this is just a general bit of info for you. I'm going to assume whatever this is about, you are damn well aware of. You probably already know, so I will not speak on it further, okay? But that, my dear, is your general read. We're gonna go ahead and put all the stuff back. It's like we were never here. You're a wizard, Harry. Woo. Sometimes we reverse stuff on the stream. I have nothing to reverse for you though, Chelsea. But that is how stuff works here. Later, when the stream is over, you can come back and replay your video to go over your reading again if you need to or want to. Or you can just ask me questions while we're here. But if you don't have any questions, we're going to move on to Elizabeth K. in the reading queue. After that, we have Elaine Tat. So, let me know if you have questions. Need any clarification or anything like that. Okay? And you're very welcome. Thank you for letting me read you. Meals on Wheels 84. Hi. You're 80s baby too, I assume. So am I. Is Meals on Wheels even around still? I don't even want to ask that, man. That makes me depressed to even think about. 87. Hi. Hey. I've looked like this since I was 19, so really I've looked just bald. Old, I mean, since like 19, so. Having a good morning. I try. Alright, so a bunch of 80s babies. Right on. Hi. Hi, friends. My people. I finally found you. Yeah, most of my buddies have always been just, not like extremely older than me, but just marginally older. Let's put it this way. One of my best friends on this whole fucking planet is 50. He just turned 50. Happy birthday, you beautiful man. You know, my other buddy, he would have been 49 today. Not today, but if, this day. That I just hang with an older crowd, apparently. But Elizabeth K, just so you know, see this? Who's this? Who is this? Who's that? Who's this here? I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with the fact I can put my hand behind one thing, but in front of another. It's like the weird little 3D effect where it looks like it's, coming out at you. Rawr. Yeah. Whichever type of reading you say, eh? So, we leave it to the scry, eh? Scry, is that even the right word for me? Can we call me a scry? I don't know that I'm using that right. I fear I'm not, which is why I'm questioning the self. We're gonna get you a Lenormand pull and an Oracle pull, okay, Elizabeth? Lenormand is the next thing I want to add to our repertoire, I guess. Our tools, our instruments here on the stream. I will be spending some time today after the stream to make us some art to get a Lenormand deck here, right around this area in general, okay? I'll work on that. Because I feel like it would be helpful. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I just overanalyze and stress every little fucking detail on the planet. Okay. Elizabeth K, you get... I've not seen this combination like this before. This is odd. We're still learning these, but you get woman. Okay. So this could be a representative of you, or even just a female figure in your life. Okay. There she is. Hi. All right. And birds. Reversed. This is communication, but it's reversed, so it would be blocked. So this would be blocked communication with the woman, with the person, with potentially the self, with the principle of femininity. 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 You know, the others. In my version of that statement, anywhere, at least the others. You may know what this means. I don't know how this applies to you whatsoever, but just in the interest of fully understanding, upright. This would have been talkative and social, and as discussed, this is blocked communication of you. One could dare say, Elizabeth K., I don't mean it this way at all, but man, this combination of cards could absolutely be read from someone a little more callous as politely, and I don't mean this, but the cards say, shut up, stop talking. Effectively, let us ask more as to why. Okay, I'm going to imagine it is so you can listen to something you must hear somewhere. You may know what that means. I do not. Not that you need to elaborate on it, but this is blocked communication at its core with the self or another female in our lives. Okay. The thing I wanted to pull from this, though, was specifically for woman, okay, partner, female receptive energy. This is what I wanted to clarify right here. So our receptive energy, communication to it at the moment, blocked. Why? You don't want to hear nothing. You don't want to be told shit, is what this says, Elizabeth K. That was what I was getting initially from this, but then I had the thought, man, this kind of just means also, shh. Okay, the card that comes back for us from the Oracle, that's the Starcoats Astral Oracle, by the way. This is 13 in Tarot. 9 plus 4 is 13. All right? We get the card of community back. Can you imagine what this card is going to say, Elizabeth K? 13 in Tarot is the number of death. Now, this is not to say the spooky version of death, okay? This is come forth to us today to ask you, please, to reconsider your position on a long-standing belief, my dear. And to reconsider so heavily as to determine whether or not this mode of thinking, this feeling, this understanding of this thing is still valid. Does it still serve us? And if not, can it be allowed to take the eternal sleep? Or, be repurposed, just altered in a useful way that serves you. Okay, 11th house, community. Action. Look for the answer to your question among your social circles, spiritual circles, and work cohorts. Enjoy your posse. At work, think about how to put together a dream team with complementary skills and mutual respect for one another. Contemplate how to make meetings nimble and dynamic, exciting and efficient. Teamwork with the community, okay? Challenge. Group mindsets can take you places you don't want to go or allow you to avoid the work of one-on-one intimacy. Think for yourself. The gift here, healthy community and strong teams are made up of a wonderful bouquet of unique individuals. So, it would appear you were being asked to seek out help from other sources. Okay? questions, Elizabeth K? Not sure what this is about. None of my business whatsoever. You let me know if you have questions. Okay? Elaine Tat, if you are still with us, you are next in my queue. Elaine Tat. I appreciate you letting me read for you, Elizabeth K. You little sweetie. It's just what we do. Oh, listen to this song. Elaine Tat, I'm gonna assume you're not with us anymore. That'd be an accurate statement. No, I see you in the participants list. Hi. Hey. Hey, friend. Oh, thank God you made it. You're just in time for the fireworks show. Well, see? Wow. Right on time. Amazing. Oh, my goodness. It's your turn. That's not your card. Sorry. Now it's your turn. Hi. What can I do for you? Elaine Tat. Clearly, I'm assuming you came here for a reading. Do you have a specific question? Do you need some help determining what kind of spread maybe you want? I do also do custom spreads here, by the way. I will design you a completely custom-made question panel of our own. You are stuck on your careers. Careers are tricky for me to handle, but let us discuss. Can you elaborate, please, a little bit on what is going on career-wise? You want more info? This, I'm sorry to be this guy, but I cannot help myself. People bring me their career questions. I put the spreads that I have for careers in a document that requires you to work to demonstrate the point that the way that you receive the thing we want from work is by working. So, hence, right, in the mindset of that, what will happen to you in terms of career in 2026? Okay, so I don't do future readings, okay? Meaning, I'm not here to provide information that can be used as either false hope or fear bait. So if I tell you shit's gonna go great and it doesn't, okay, because you have released your participation, your control of the wheel of that vehicle, how that steers your career, okay? That obviously, every single person tells me the same thing all the time. I won't hold that against you. You do. Not you, but they do. Right? They do. So I don't do future stuff. What I can do, alternatively, 2 cards. However, it's very likely that they will tell you the same thing that I told you. We'll find out. The energy surrounding your question and the energy inviting you forward. Okay? This is the casino cut, Elaine. And the final shuffle. 2 cards. 1, 2. Yes, as predicted. So, I love the energy around your question immediately out the gate. I only have 1 word for this card in my notes. It's victory. That's the energy surrounding this question. That's what we're trying to figure out, how we get here. Okay? We know this. Kind of worthless card. We know. We already know that that's what we're after. Your second card, Ace of Pentacles. This is the material world's seed or spark. Okay? meaning the actual literal physical world you participate in. All right? That is the energy inviting you forward. New creations in the physical world, the very real physical world. Okay. This is things like our routine. All right? This can even involve people. They are not a possession, but they are part of your physical world. You work with these things. You interact with these things. So, you are being asked to continue to create new things in terms of literally the material world. You may notice here on the art, this is a garden. Okay? Maybe difficult to tell there. That's the garden, and beyond it, after the threshold, the journey, the mountains, right? We have to leave the safety of the garden of known creation to create something ourselves, right? What are we going to plant in this garden? Are we going to go outside the garden? What, the world is your oyster. What are you going to do? What would you like to do? Basically. But this is just to let you know you're effectively on the right track for a fresh start in the material world. Literally, we know this. It's 2026, but just more to my point, it's difficult for my cards to divine a determined future. So, what happens to you in 2026 in regard to career? In regards to its reply, whatever the hell you want. Plain and simple. Okay? Don't know what you said you are a creative. I don't know what you create, but time to start sharing it with the world. Maybe in different ways. Create something different. That card is new creation, so we're clear. All right, so if you've been kind of tossing an idea around for some, I don't know what you do specifically, some new way to glaze your pottery, I don't know, right? You want to raise the temperature by 1 degree in your kiln, and it's going to change everything. I have no fucking clue. Try that. Try new things, brand new things. Very, very important that we understand that energy inviting you forward is brand new things, new creations. Even then, you can apply it to already created things you've been working with, but use them in new ways. Do something different with them, That's all. Meals on Wheels, 8-4. If you don't have any questions, Elaine Tat, our friend Meals on Wheels has been patiently waiting. It is your turn. You're welcome, Elaine. Very welcome. May I ask, what do you create? Now I'm curious. What is it? It has been 20 minutes. You know how I know? Meals on Wheels, you craft a lot. What do you craft? You've seen my crafts. You want to see what I craft? Here's my comically oversized 20-sided die with planets for astrology reads. This is very much so a beta. Okay, there's only one of these on the whole planet, and it's mine for now, until I can actually print this out, or I should say get resin castings of the actual die. But we are still testing, right? We made runes. Meals on Wheels. You want to see what we made yesterday? Apparently, I was just waiting for you to get here this whole time. Here's some runes for the stream. Okay? You're thinking, oh, this guy made some actual physical real world runes. No, wrong. Digitals. My physicals live in here. I didn't make those though. Someday I will be paying a professional gem worker, stone worker, mineral worker, crystal worker, whatever, somebody to make me a custom rune set because I want some specific stuff. But I also want them in a mineral, in a crystal, something, preferably for personal use. I've got 2 sets. This one is because you can see it on the stream easier. The other one is beautiful and it's opal, but that's just for me because you can't see it worth a damn on the stream, just lighting and things, but they're very pretty, you know. But Meals on Wheels 8-4, I don't know, you want a rune? It's your turn for a reading. If and you want one. Dealer's choice. I usually just do thinking, feeling, doings, but we'll get you a rune too. Why not? Ready? I really enjoy this method of divination because this is shuffling right now, right? We just gotta sit here, wiggle the box. Neato. Shuffled, bam, grab a rune. Poof, just like that. Oh God, is it blank? No. This is Durizaz reversed. This is the thorn. I remember stuff. Oh God, we're learning already. Where is it though? It's earlier. This one. See? Bam. This one. Now what does it mean though? I spent all this time the other day, just so you can kind of see where my world is at. Okay, I spent a bunch of time the other day making no, this thing somewhere. What did I do with it? I already lost it. What did I do with it? Oh, okay, it's right there. Jesus. I spent the whole damn day making this thing. Okay? It just has things the way I want them. Alright? And then it dawns on me, not even 12 hours later, perhaps. Hey, peepee head. You could just do this. Now we can all learn. Anyways, reverse. This means recklessness, vulnerability, or poor judgment. That is where we start for your reading. I'm very curious to see what the rest of your cards say now. What is happening over there for you? Are you okay? Are you about to send a drunk text to an ex that you really are gonna regret? Is this our poor judgment this day? I know not, and it is none of my business, so we are clear. But in fairness too, readings are reflected back at the reader, okay? Squirrels. All right. Now that you've said that, well, let's stick with the original game plan here. 3 cards. Thinking, feeling, doing? Ah, okay. So, you got some stuff to talk about here. Okay. We appear. No. Reversed, yes. Is this? Nope. Wrong one. Okay. Okay. This is your spread. Ready? All right. Our Queen of Cups. Reversed. Upright. The Queen of the Kingdom. Okay. Tarot does not care your gender. Neither do I. It is only just a matter of explaining energies a little better, if you will. Kind of thought patterns, mannerisms. All right. The Queen of the Kingdom. This would be the nurturing mother energy, if you will. This is the water, the emotions of the court cards for each suit. Cups are of the emotions. So this is the queen, the ruler of emotions in the emotional suit. It is the water of the entire suit, effectively. Okay? Currently thinking, this is not someone who's nurturing positive feelings, happy feelings, all right? This is emotional overload. This is unclear communication. Queens are, in essence, rulers still of the kingdom of you, okay? You should, especially when it comes to our emotions here, be very much so in tune with our emotions. Understand why we're feeling what we're feeling, where it comes from, how to deal with negative, perhaps, or even overwhelming emotion in general, not just negative, but positive as well. We can communicate these things clearly, right? We feel very deeply. If you look at the figure on our card, she is peering very deeply into this thing, this cup. This is the most ornate cup in the entire deck, just to be very clear. This cup right here. She loves this thing so much, it is coveted, right? This is the card of swaddling, right? You've been wrapped up in a little blanket. Someone is just smothering you with love versus here. Well, now that smothering has turned into literal smothering. We can't breathe. These thoughts consume us. These feelings, not thoughts. These feelings, the thoughts about these feelings may consume you, but all right, that's our thinking. This thing we have perhaps overly nurtured, overly mothered, or that we have ignored completely. These feelings that do deserve to be nurtured, instead, like I say, they have been effectively malformed. They've been twisted. This can be taken as using your own strength against you in a way. Okay? Our feeling card, I just want to point out, your thoughts and feelings cards are married in that they are mirrored. Your thoughts are on your feelings are on your thoughts. And our feelings are on the thought of heartbreak. I don't know if this is a recent heartbreak or a long-standing one, but I imagine that is what has brought you here today, is this issue right here. At its very core, this card just means heartbreak. Okay, disappointment, some things did not go according to plan. When one creates or meets a second, they attempt to make a third. That attempt does not always go well. We end up here. The pierced heart. the bonding that did not succeed. Pain. And what we are doing right now, this is us on the defensive. Okay? From what? I cannot say. If you look here, all of our wands in the distance, they're on the horizon, okay? There's but one lit torch, one wand, and it is yours and yours alone. These other wands in this card, okay, who holds them? We do not know in this art. We cannot see beyond ourselves. This is a spiritual test we're going through at the moment. Okay? This is you being, I don't want to say on the defensive in a bad way, but just prepared. Okay? We are upright. We are holding one of our wands of creation in defense position because we do not know what comes next. But I ask, is this a perceived threat or a real threat? Do people hold these wands? Is this an army marching toward you? Or are these just sticks in the ground? As we cannot see who holds them yet. Fear of the unknown to a degree. But this is a natural byproduct of taking a leap of faith. Okay? So, in regard to our rune you got, recklessness, vulnerability, or poor judgment, well, this would be why. Something going on with the emotions today that we need to rein in, regain some balance in the self on. Okay? Meals on Wheels 8-4. Let me know if you have questions, but that is just a general overarching read for you. You're welcome. Thank you for letting me read you. I'm sorry we're going through this, but on the bright side, you're here. As I said, 7 in tarot, this is not to say, just the overarching you is near completion. That is a never-ending work until we take our very last breath, right? But in terms of whatever this thing is that you're working through, right now you have made it to, quite literally, the card of spiritual test. Wands are of the soul's fire, your passions, okay? Your charisma, your adventurous attitude, things like this. Things that drive the soul. Okay? Fire is the element of this suit. So we are here in our passions being tested right now. You've made it here. So keep going. Clearly you're working on something. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Whoa. Chunky Shuffle. That's the Wild Unknowns Tarot by Kim Kranz, by the way. In case you like that kind of stuff, you weirdos. Oh, I'm so happy to have multiple decks here, and one of them being runes. So much better. Okay, queue's empty. It's just us. It is Monday after the new year, so, I don't expect too much going on today. But, so after the stream, I'm, kind of hanging out, waiting to see if I get an email back at all from potential job sometime this week. I hope. I'm honestly, there's no way they're gonna email me today. It's right after the new year. These people are probably just coming back into office, reading all their emails on shit that happened over the weekend or even longer while they were gone for the holiday, you know. And this isn't some enormous company I'm working for either, so unlike multi-million-dollar corporations, most people in smaller companies tend to actually read all their emails. So they're probably gonna take some time. Ask me how I know all this. Go ahead. Ask me. I'll tell ya. That's another thing I need to get figured out. Since I'm doing in-person stuff, I need a little button that goes right here. Right here. For when I'm in public specifically, I wear like lapel pins on my suit jackets. I want to get another little pin that I can put there. You know, just a little button, nothing fancy. And all it says is, ask me, I'll tell you. That's all. I want that. Oh boy. You want to know the fun thing about ADHD? I can sit here and my mind, while I'm thinking about one thing, I'm having like a full-blown conversation in my head about something completely different. Mildly infuriating. Also entertaining, but very confusing. That fun little phrase, ask me, I'll tell you, comes from a buddy of mine who heard it from a buddy of his who he can now not remember who said it. So, someday, I am hopeful to get a little pin on me, because that way when I'm just walking around in public and people don't know that I've got a tarot deck on me, and we just so happen to get into some work for whatever reason, you know, it's like a little what do we call that? It's not an ad, really. It doesn't say free tarot, right? But it's literally, it's just a function of me. Ask me, I'll tell you. I can't say that it's the right answer, but I got something to tell you. That's for damn sure. You want to know what it is? Well, ask me. I'll tell you. I think people think I'm joking too. No matter how all this stuff goes, all the effort here put into Lost Opal Tarot, for sure I will be getting my hands, my fingers specifically, tattooed with this Lost Opal. 100%. A good buddy of mine, I've talked about it here before, a good buddy of mine though, right when I started this whole endeavor, and told him what the name was, we were at the bar, and I can just remember, I told him the name and they were talking about tattoos, and I could just, slowly see it develop. The seed was planted, and then the idea just blossomed, and he went from like, oh, that's a cool name, like, oh, what, right, talking here and there, and I look up after the whole group was discussing some stuff, and his eyes are just so wide. He's not a word to me yet, right? People are still talking. He's just pointing at his hands and goes, just mouths the words to me. Lost Opal, right? Lost Opal. It's like, I know, man. Fucking wild, huh? So yeah, I think at this point, predestined to be on the hands, you know? Too convenient that it fits. It's just there's too many things. Too many sinks for me to ignore. So someday, now I get to figure out what the pain threshold is on my hands. Because I got more stuff I want on my hands. And I don't know how bad that's gonna be. I imagine pretty fucking bad. But how bad is really bad, you know? How bad is really bad? Everybody seems to be under the impression that here and your rib cage and, you know, obviously some very obvious parts of the body that wouldn't feel so great. Tops of the feet, some private parts, etc. Armpits. But still, I've been tattooed a few times. How bad is bad in terms of the hand, really? How bad is bad, really? Oh, so you know what we could do now, going forward? I like, oh, this is beautiful. For doing room reads, I mean, technically, this is a room read, right here, bam. This sun. I have run into this card now 3 times in the span of 12 hours. Yeah, less than that, 10 hours. 3 times. This card keeps trying to tell me and teach me, but I already get it. It's success. We know. But for whatever reason, this card keeps coming back to me to teach me about reversals in our runes. This one in specific here, I mean, on the virtual deck. It's come to me 3 fucking times now. And all I can figure out is it's just trying to drill into my head the meaning of this card, and I don't know why. Because I get it. It's success. It has no reversal meaning. Great. It is one of the very few that has no reversal meaning. What am I supposed to talk about here? Soilo is the sun. Life force, victory, guidance, and clear direction. It favors confidence, wholeness, and momentum towards success. The rune encourages you to step into your power and let what's true be seen. It can also highlight healing, renewal, and strong spiritual yes energy. This is all excellent news, but what are you trying to tell me? You know? What does it mean? Because I don't know. Is there is. There's more notes. I have a whole bunch more notes, but I can't read all these on the stream, sadly. Those are private notes. So, for now, I think it's just us hanging out. It is a Monday. It's the first, like, official Monday after the new year. I don't expect there to be too much going on today, frankly. We're just popping in to say hello on a Monday morning in case people need it. But depending on traffic, as per usual, if we're completely dead, as we are right now, I will shut the stream down. What is it? 1:46. We'll give it like 15 more minutes. See where we're at. And if no one's around, we'll say bye. I got books to read. I gotta get through this whole thing. It's not exactly small. And I keep... Apparently the way that I learn is not by... It is not linear. I just skip around to like the bits I need when I need them. But that does not help me to, you know, tell the coherent story from beginning to end during the learning process. It means I have little important bits of stuff all over the place. And it helps me get to the end result I want, which is just the baseline answers of things. I need the answer and then the explanation, effectively, I guess. I'm just kind of sitting here. You'll forgive me. I'm still kind of exploring what exactly that means for me. Now that I am, 2 years almost now, sober from alcohol. So I'm still kind of introducing myself to myself and understanding how this fucking weirdo works, you know? What's his brain able to comprehend? What methods are best? Embarrassing to me, honestly, that it took me to 38 years old to really start exploring this. I wish I had done this much, much sooner in my life. Hello, Frisky. How are you? What up? We're just hanging out, listening to some music, talking about stuff. We made some runes, Frisky. See? Completely custom. Every bit of it. Except for the background. I didn't make that fucking background. That's a ChatGPT background. So I mean, so the fuck is this thing? All this stuff back here, that ain't me. I can't make all that. You're crazy. You think I got the free time for that? Jesus Christ. We made runes. Now the deck has an actual card back, right? Our card back, not just some random one. Okay. They are. They're neato. I'm sorry you're feeling sick. That sucks. You are the second person. Is that where we're at now? At the end? The very beginning of the year, people are getting sick? That's what we're doing now. Taking note. Good to know. You're on your lunch break. Well, thanks for hanging out on your lunch break. What's for lunch? You're wiring a new clubhouse. Sick. Like a kid's house? Hey, fair enough. When you say clubhouse, my mind goes to not only like, you know, the legions of the world, right? For veterans, if you will, like the bars for veterans, the lodges, the legions, whatever you want to call them. But then it also goes immediately to like a treehouse, I guess. But as well, just what my drunk buddies and I always used to just call the clubhouse. Kind of like an ice house in Texas. A big club. Okay, got it. All right, see? That's what I was trying to get at. I knew there was some deeper meaning in there. But what it was lost on me. We got to tighten up. So what? We're just on lunch break? What, are you actually eating? I assume not. You're feeling a bit sick, so. Would you like a reading while you wait? Oh, I just noticed. All right, cool. Thank you. You have inadvertently helped me, I think. Maybe. Nope, not that one. Tight. It may speak about your sickness, just so we're very clear. Right? I don't know if that will, how that may translate in some of the things that we get back. But we'll find out. We're, I mean, it's slow right now. It's just us. So I'm going to give you a multitude of things, if you don't mind, Frisky. We're going to give you a Lenormand. Okay. We're going to give you a couple things. Oh, I got to put your name. Just in case anybody comes. No secrets. We announce who we are playing with right now. See, right there. That's you. That's you right there. So, 2-card Lenormand. This will get us kind of like a little mini sentence, if you will. Well, no questions. All right? Just pulling stuff. These are just messages for you, which is funny to me because your first card is letter, but it's, I believe, literally means message. And snake means a few things, but I want to make sure I'm clear on it. Let's look at the quick reference first. Letter, way down here. Document, a message, paperwork or text, but it's blocked. All right. The way we do Lenormands is reverse. We read them from right to left, not left to right. Okay. So this card, the snake, affects this message blocked. Okay. This is the snake. He comes to us reversed. Okay. Hello. Well, there. Whoa, your name confuses my brain. Yes, I am indeed using obsidian. I love it. Risky, this is your first card, letter. This is the blocked letter, okay? So, this is a document. God, we're literally the reversal here. This is a fake message, okay? Oh man. This literally just says messages of authenticity, effectively, but even then, it's not in a written form. I don't understand. Blocked message. Golly, I have no idea how to take that. Yeah, I use obsidian. Hi. Let me think here for a second. I need snake. What was snake? That was the other part of this. Deception, lies, temptation, or complications. So absolute truth, like we said. No temptations or complications. These are conveniences. In simple forms, we are unblocking messages for you today, Frisky. That's what this is. God damn. See? We're learning. So did you see how I get there? The snake has deceit. This is talking about what we're doing since we didn't ask a question. It's just announcing itself as I deliver messages. They're not blocked. They're direct, straight to you. And they are not of deceit. There are no lies in them. That's what our Lenormand deck has to say to us right now. No, it's not even fake messages. It's just calling out that these are not blocked messages. Think about it, because like I say, our right card affects the left card. So the sentence starts here It just ends with an unblocked message. So think about that. The message comes through blocked. It's telling you what it's doing. True, authentic messages that would be blocked are being delivered. That's what we're doing. Yes. We're only giving it 2 cards to work with. So, forgive it if it's a little generic. Anyways, I wanted to get you an oracle card. We're going to do a different oracle deck. This one is the Sacred Symbols Oracle by Marcella Kroll, if you are interested. We had a stream the other day and someone said that the symbol on this deck art, the card back, intimidated them. Sorry for that. But just so we're all on the same page, this is the Eye of Ra, and it is a symbol for protection. I would suggest becoming familiar with it so you may identify if you can incorporate it into your life. If it is useful to you in some way, has some meaning to you, I don't know. But only happy messages here. No, the only curses I do here are the fuck ones and the shit ones. You know, what, you know, those ones. The verbal ones. That's all. All right. 1 card for you, Frisky. Air. One card. We're back to the mind, okay? Before I even look at what this thing says. So, this is the swords in tarot. All right? So apparently, we are still in the messages of communication with this deck even, okay? Sorry, I've been missing stuff in chat. You understand? Okay, cool. I know that was a crazy one. Untrue, sorry. I don't know what I said that was wrong. I'm sure I said something that was wrong though. I missed all of this, my bad. Let us read their definition. However, the number for this card in the tarot, 10. Air. You have the fire symbol tattoo. So the 10 in tarot, this is just a representative card, since I don't have that here, obviously. I'll read to you what this card means to Marcella Kroll. Okay? This is logic, critical thinking, facts, information, research, and reasoning are required at this time. You may also need more information before proceeding. Drawing this card asks you to call in the element of air to help you in finding healthy resolutions. Okay? So, we must go deeper. In case I didn't already, I don't think I did, but this is your card. I got to 10 because over here, your numbers for this card, 2 and 8, 10, which brings us to, bam, life. Okay? Hence the meditate more on this type dealie. So we're not done yet, is all that tells me. Which means I want a different oracle card. This is the Star Codes Astro Oracle by Heather Rowan Robbins. I'm not going to shuffle this too much because it's already been shuffled a bajillion times. We only ever draw 1 card from it. Okay. I don't even need to read this one. We get the 11th house community. This is community blocked. I'm going to read it to you, But this brings us to 13. Blocked. Okay? So still, I think this is trying to call me out, honestly. This would be death reversed. In essence, the same card. Okay? This is help from the community not being accepted or integrated, being denied. Okay? This is also here a representative of an idea, a cycle, a pattern, a method of thought, a practice, anything, something that we need to just let go of and we are choosing not to. Or we are just completely unaware that it even needs to happen, right? We are in the middle of an opportunity for a rebirth of the self if we want. Circumstances may not be ideal. Many factors impact this, right? We know that. But, why? Moving on. We're not done yet. We are not done yet. Oh, God. All right, I didn't mean to flip this, but I did. So now it's part of the spread. Saturn reversed. I don't know all the stuff for this one. This is 24. This is the Lovers reversed. I believe this is a card for me, actually. So this is my own number, both of these, actually. Now that I think of it, yeah, I'm being talked to right now. I already know what this says. I'm going to read this to you. But your next card here, Saturn, upright. Okay. Well, this is a message for both of us then. Listen, look at what you just said. I do never let anyone help me with anything. I just would like to point out, 24 brings us to the Lovers. The Lovers in Tarot. This is the number of confusion in the Rider-Waite-Smith. Okay? Not even the number, but the Lovers specifically. All right, upright when we look at this card, just like you were saying, you don't let anybody help you with anything. This would be someone full of passion, trying to make the first contact in order to begin the process of integrating two polar opposites, the yin and the yang coming together for the first time effectively. Okay, that sensation of love, that bonding. This is passion meets curiosity, meets calling. Okay? Through the two, a higher purpose is created. This person stares deeply at the other, while that other person stares deeply at the idea of what the bonding of two could bring. But they can only see glimpses of this. Right? The little teaser, because they haven't done it yet. This is blocked. So this is, again, a message for you as well as me, because these are both, I'm a cusp, but as well, I have multiple different, we all do, sub-archetypes. Death is one of my other ones. I think it's trying to tell me to shut the fuck up and get on with it. So I'm just going to start reading some stuff to you, okay? Start talking a whole lot more. Saturn, structure, action. Saturn asks you to step into the next level of maturity and personal authority. Remember, this is blocked right now. Think of Saturn as a martial arts master who pushes you to grow through workouts, discipline, and tests that allow you to improve what you know, both to yourself and others. Look for a mentor or choose to mentor another. Honor the teacher, but don't give your power away. Listen to the experts, mix their wisdom with your experience, and make your own wise decisions. This is all blocked. I'm going to just summarize this for you. Seek help from outside sources. Your friend circle, your community, your family, your loved ones as a whole. People like me. Okay? We have beaten this horse to death. I don't want to proceed further because I'm gonna, at least not without talking to you for a sec. I'm gonna assume you've got something going on that you are well aware of. Your overall message for it is to stop doing this by yourself. Do we need to proceed further? I don't think we do, but I leave that to you. Otherwise, I have well-o there. Okay, I figured as much, but I was gonna keep on going all the way to tarot, but there's no point. There's no point. It's clearly saying the same thing to us, which was part of the reason I tell you that was also for me. It's telling me, hey, this is the message, asshole. Like, pay attention, deliver it proper. Cool. If no questions, then, well-o there, it is your turn. Well-o there to you, General Grievous, General Kenobi, whoever you may be. You're super welcome, Frisky. As always, thank you for letting me read you. Oh, well, 10 a.m. I don't know. We're still deciding. Well, oh there, if you are here, it is your turn for a reading, my dear. If you want one. I'm still trying to decide if we're gonna stay or not. I could. I don't know. Let's look at our emails. Is there anything going on in the life of me? In terms of job? No, nothing. Okay. I don't know. All I really have to do is eat some food at some point, so. Mac. Hello, by the way. I haven't even really started Hebrew. I've seen like little bits and pieces here. You know, I know enough. Basically, I've seen YVHV or YHVH. Yeah, YHVH, sorry. Excuse me, God. My fucking bad. I've seen those letters and like explanations, kind of like why they are written the way that they are, shit like that. But you know, have not begun the full process of understanding them. Mac Merlin, did you get to see these yet? These things that we made? I don't know how long you've been here. We made rune cards. So I can pull a real rune and then I can show it to you. One of the things I want to add to these is the alphabet, the actual letter in our English alphabet, but I don't know that it adds any value to these, but I want to make stuff like this just for teaching, right? This is not the final product at all, but I do want these cards just as a teaching aid, so I can hand these to a client and it will have like on the back of it, you know, the stuff that I'm talking about with them right now, just little keywords and stuff, right? That was the whole point and purpose of building this crazy thing out, right? We could put the notes from stuff like this right on the back, or the front or whatever, you know. But yeah, now instead of having to come here to get this info every fucking time, bam, it's right here. Same thing. And then some. And then we can pull an actual deck card, right? Right over top of that. We'll just grab this guy. What's this one? It's a nightmare of balance. Yes, at all times. See? Look, we just did a little read right there. Digital divination. Simple as that. Uh-oh. Oh, cool. It's smarter than I thought. I was just about to say, Shisha. I don't know that it's smart enough to figure out that you typed join or not, but it is. And you are the next person in our queue. Let me, I'm sorry. I am, just let me clean up my mess here a little bit here. Oh God, oh Jesus Christ, fucking shit. Uh-oh, too many caps. I don't know what you're trying to say, Shisha, but your message is getting blocked. Oh, I see it over here. Free live tarot. Yes, it is. We are free. We are live right now. Donations are optional, 100%. How may I help you today? See this? That's you. That's you right there. Right there. Pretty neato. So it's noon right now at my potential employers. General tarot reading, sure. Sure. 3 cards. How are you today, Shisha? Alicia, I'm sorry. How are you today, Alicia? I'm glad I looked over. I prefer to use the name you would like to be called. All right, 3 cards. This is just a general thinking, feeling, doing. I think you've come here before, yeah? Your name looks vaguely familiar. For some reason, or now that you tell me it's Alicia, I think you've told me that before. Please forgive me if you have. I talk to a lot of people in the day. Oh, UK. 5:10 in the morning? No. Oh, another cuspy. I'm a Gemini Cancer. Hi, friend. Is it really 5:10 p.m. in the UK right now? Is that right? Yeah, it is. Wow, it's still early. Hi, Mocha. Okay. 3 cards for you. No questions, just general. Alrighty. You get two pages. This is your thinking, feeling, and doing. Alright? Page of Sword and Page of Pen. Page of Pentacles. Okay, and then we get 9 cups. 9 of cup-o. Cuppy cup cup. You. Okay. So, this guy, this one, and this one. All right, so, man, that little background for chat is helpful so you can see chat, but not helpful so you can see text, but whatever, it's okay. That's what you have me for. Our thinking right now, literally, I don't know if you are working on some type of project, you are there is some actual burning question that you would like answered, that you came here to get answered, perhaps. But this card would be the beginnings of a new adventure, okay, in the matters of thought and the mind, all right? But this would be someone who is new to whatever this topic might be, this question might be, this mode of thought might be. This is a, completely new thing that we're trying to learn and understand. We've just set foot on our new adventure toward that thing, okay? This is blocked right now, actively being blocked. So this could just be circumstance, just, by choice. We don't want to do this thing, right? Whatever it is. Our thoughts are literally new, adventurous thoughts specifically, are blocked for whatever reason, okay? I'm gonna imagine that this is all circumstantial, meaning we have a direction, an idea of something we want to start doing and becoming, okay? But it is not practical right now. So I would argue you are being pragmatic at this moment about this something, whatever it is, or these something, but your feelings directly relate to, again, another page. This would be, again, the adventurous beginning. Now this time in the physical realm. So this is matters of like your career, your health, your overall wealth, physical matters, the very real world we live in, okay? This too is blocked. So our feelings are on why won't the world let us have this thing? And hence, we encounter the roadblock. And through all of this, you endure with the 9 of Cups. Why do I say endure? I choose this word, endure, for it means you are still in progress, but are constantly being tested. This is a card of contentment. Okay? You'll notice some black and white stripes on our figure in the art. Look a little bit like a referee's jersey to you. Does to me. This is the balance and integration of the forces of light and dark, yin and yang. Okay, the receptive and expressive parts of us, the psyche, integrated. And we're through all of this confusion, all this other shit going on, you still got a smile on your face. You still show that behind us, this I equate to being a dam, all right? All those emotions, they are well in hand, they are under control, and we still wear a smile on our face. That may not be the truth of us, but this would imply some deep down happiness. But again, this is the emotional dam here, okay? You'll notice there's a crack on this card. This is just to get the message across to you. Not that it's happening actively now, but any emotion held back, that water that is held back by a dam, okay, it still damages the dam over time. How long it takes to cause an actual crack to form remains to be seen. That's all. Just and all light messages, there is shadow. That is but one form of that. Okay? Just a word of caution, if anything. So, whatever these things are about, like I say, I'm going to argue this is circumstantial, meaning You have no real control over these things, I would imagine, but I don't know. Nor is it any of my business. But let me know if you have any questions, okay? Listen to these guys. I haven't heard this song. This is sick. I like to play guitar like this. Very fun. Also very hard. Oh. Oh, he went for the harmonics. Amazing. Ah, okay. Sorry, getting readjusted. Alicia, we just did you. Mocha, you are next. I thought there was another name in here. Mocha. Hello, call me your daddy. Your turn, Mocha. We're doing okay. How are you? Mocha. Oh. Up to me today, eh? Okay. We'll probably do... I think you said something earlier. Ah, you said you were having a sluggish day. Sorry. I knew you said something, but... Well, you know. I got brainworms. That's the working excuse anymore, right? Brainworms. Brainworms, brainworms, brainworms. Forgot to pay your bills? Brainworms. Huh? Got your girlfriend pregnant? Brainworms. Stubbed your toe? Brainworms. Okay. Mocha. Yes, brainworms. That I don't know, that excuse seems to be flying pretty fucking easily for a lot of people, you know? So I can't use that too? Is that not defensible here? I can't have brainworms? Why he have brainworm? I can't. Why no? Why no me? You tell me. Why no brainworm? Why no brainworm me? Lily. So, that's what I was afraid of. There is a person in the States running around. That's his excuse for everything that goes wrong in his life. Brainworms, which are a very real thing, by the way. But, you know, you would think maybe don't have someone like that in a position of power. Just my personal thoughts, but anyways. Your lily is reversed here. So this would, okay, be spiritual peace. Well, the opposite of peace, my dear. Spiritual war. This is the opposite of innocence. It is not fun. Hear the music? It's that. So, now that we know this, this changes things. You're gonna get an oracle and a rune. This is how we shuffle runes now. Ta-ta. Then we grab one. Don't even look. Bam. This is Manaz. This is Manaz. Okay. Am I right? Can I be right? Is that okay? World, is this right? Oh my God. It's learning. Here's your rune. Since you can't see the little itty bitty guy over there, have this one. This is humankind or person. This can also represent the self. Okay? I know. Hi. We're evolving over here. I don't know, the new year hit me and, you know, it was like, oh, nothing changes except the number that I write on the fucking day. And it wasn't but a few days afterwards. I mean, look at how much shit has changed almost overnight, you know? But I understand what was happening now. I didn't at the time, but I was making room so we could have more space for all this crazy shit. So here you go. Now you can see the rune too. There it is. Same one. We can even reverse them. Wow. And now, if you want to learn with me the stuff I know about this rune, right here. All right? Here's some of my notes that I use to learn. Okay? Upright, humanity, self-awareness, community. Manaz is the human rune, the mind, identity, and the way we function in society. It highlights self-knowledge, social support, and wise perspective. It can also point to collaboration and learning from others. Wow. I'm sorry, I'm fucking in love with these things. Okay, thank you, runes. All done. Now, these seem to like to talk to you. We're gonna get you an oracle card, okay? These, sadly, I cannot make. Unless I make my own oracle deck, which I very well may, by the way. Until I get my own oracle deck, I can just literally digitally shuffle for you and get an actual physical copy of my own deck, right? I can't just take someone else's deck and throw it on here. It's kind of a dick move. Ninth house, exploration. Alrighty, I think we can take a stab at what that means. Yes, this is 11 in the tarot, by the way. See, this is why this is so beautiful now, because now you have both. But depending on the system, Mocha, this could also be 8. All right. No, you silly. I want this one. Thanks. See, we really are like a magician. Woo. Alakazam. Cards. No cards. Cards. No cards. Cards. No cards. Okay. What am I talking about? Why are these the same card? In some systems of tarot, okay, the early and the dark days, these two cards, okay, were swapped. Their order in the hero's arc of the major arcana, that is to say, from the Fool to the World, 0 to 21 in the tarot, or cards 1 to 22 numerically, if you will, as we count them, because we don't include 0 in our system in the States in English. Okay. Anyways, all that happens here is it changes the number of the card. Basically, what position they are in that path. I only bring this up to you because people in the past, the reason these get swapped, because these kind of roll into one thing, and there's argument about where at you're actually in place of in that hero's arc. But as there is strength in justice, right? People There's just a fucking argument here. So I just bring up both cards to you to keep both of them in mind when it comes to exploration, which is your card. Right? This guy. Okay? Balance and controlled, tempered strength. Keep both of these in mind. These are just related cards for you. Nothing to do with an actual tarot card. We really truly drew from a deck to talk about this. They are just related happenings. That is all. Okay? Ninth house, exploration, action. Go exploring. So helpful, right? I love when people do this. Step out of your comfort zone to see what lies beyond the boundaries of your familiar bubble. Step into a new country, try on a fresh attitude, and immerse yourself in an unusual body of knowledge or spiritual philosophy you did not grow up with, such as the old school methods of the Golden Dawn, the Visconti Sforza, the Solabusca, the Minciati, the Italia, the Tarot of Marseille, etc., etc. All these different systems of tarot. Here's something to immerse yourself in. Look up, do yourself a favor, and you Googleize why in some systems of tarot, strength and justice's positions are swapped. Homework, okay? Exploration for the day for you. Something else to look into, all right? There's more here. Challenge. When you finally break through and can see the far horizons, it can be difficult to reconcile the allure of those infinite possibilities with the familiarity of the people close to you. Both are important. The gift. Widen your horizon and expand your world. Explore in your mind, body, and soul. Teach what you know. The world is waiting for you. Okay? Neato. Cleanup is so nice. Whew. Yeah, it is. I agree. The world is waiting for you. How cute. Oh, I see my camera in the lower left still freaking out here. Seems like if I move, yeah. I change the shadow it sees so it adjusts the white balance and freaks out. Is what it is. The world, eh? The world is a very cool card. Very cool card. It is heavily misunderstood. What were you investigating about the world? Because it is a great card. I use this card to not intentionally piss anybody off, but it just, I find it does upset traditional readers when I tell them that this card is originally hermaphroditic. This figure, both male and female. Ooh, that's gay. Or whatever goofy ass mentality people have about that. What were we investigating? For my own curiosity. I like this card specifically because of the outside figures. All four of the elements way in the corners, right? This is all 4 of the elements of the suit, or the suits of the deck. There's fire and earth and water and air, and then there's you, quote unquote, in the middle, in a sense, or at least the idea, the grand idea. Well, it is. That is what this card means. There's still so much more to go into about this card. Would you like to explore a little bit with me? I can get away with reading some of this, just not all of it. Since that is the case, let us turn to the world in our book. What's this? Nothing. Somewhere where I was working with stuff. Judgment, Justamente, and the world. All right, let me pick a good paragraph here. Okay. All right, I like this paragraph already. This is kind of mid-explanation of the thing. Sorry for the long silence. Of the world, it says, the sashes are red, the color of the root chakra and Kundalini symbolism. The dancer has not lost her physical being. Notice this says her in here, but again, in traditional tarot, this card is hermaphroditic. End of story. Okay. Blah blah. Her physical being, her root and material sexual reality. Okay. Instead, the energy is constantly flowing, transformed, and renewed. The green of the wreath symbolizes the natural world, raised up rather than abandoned. Green is also the color of love and healing, radiating wholeness to everyone, even those who are not consciously aware of it. My favorite, can you guess what my favorite color is? Can you take a wild stab at what it might be? I was only partially aware of some of that stuff, but, you know, more to learn apparently. Purple, the banner. Purple, the banner. So the thing going around her. Going on, all right? The color of divinity and blue. The sky. Okay, I don't understand. Purple, the banner, is the color of divinity, and blue, the sky, the color of communication. Got it. So, divine communication, effectively. When we know that divinity is not something out there, but within ourselves, then our very presence communicates this truth to those around us. So we're very clear. Those are the words of Rachel Pollack and 78 Degrees of Wisdom. Okay. Not my book, not my words. Nor do I work for this person. But I highly recommend that book if you are interested in learning some deeper meanings about tarot stuff. And just several topics, frankly. What else? I'm sure this goes into more detail about each of the suits being in here, right? Got all these little goofballs representing the 4 suits. Oh, but let's see. Call me Oh Daddy. You are next, my friend. Mocha, let me know if you have any questions. What can I do for you? So far, everybody's name has fit in my little tile here. I'm waiting for the person who has an extremely long name to come through. Who's it gonna be? Cool, Mocha. Call me O'Daddy, I do not do future reads like that. Sorry, my friend. Do you have something specific that we can apply to the now? Future reads, futures unknowables, right? We have to progress ourselves further in life to find out what the future holds. I think you may have misinterpreted what I said. Future reads are not on the table here. Not something I do. Do you have something specific you're trying to get answered? Can we clarify a topic, or you truly just want a general read? Because I can happily do a thinking, feeling, doing for you right now. When will you get a job? So, I can't answer that. You get a job, obviously, when we take the appropriate steps and measures to apply and put the effort in to get the job. When that happens, I cannot say. But I can definitely do a general vibe check. Oh. We have one card who jumps. Whoa. To kick things off is an awkward shuffle. Good Lord. 3 cards. Call me O'Daddy 69. Okay, dealer's cut. Final shuffle. General vibe check. Current vibe. What supports you? What trips you up? And we have one last card at the very end, which we will discuss when we get there, okay? So, are you back? Well, let me know when you're back from the ads then. There should not be ads. You've been here a while. So if there is an ad, all my ads are off. Everything is off. How long was that ad? Call me O'Daddy, if you don't mind my asking. I haven't started just yet on your spread. We were still getting stuff out. Like a 30-second? What'd you get? Short, I hope. Better be. 20 seconds. Okay, yeah. That's just their shit. Nothing I can do about that, sadly. But your cards, my friend. All right, current mood of the day. Heartbreak reversed. So this tells me we're trying to come out of, an unsavory situation. Some thoughts that are not beneficial to us. Okay? So the heartbreak is there, but it is blocked. That is the mood of the day. We are trying to undo some hurt inside. I'm going to assume we already know this. Obviously, we have some woes about the job. I know that, but just in general, this is someone, attempting, if not already, coming out of heartbreak effectively. Okay? This is the 2 that attempted to make 3. It did not go well, but now we are moving on from it. Okay? This is the card of improving our thoughts, the way we think about things, and how we interpret them. Your next card, the thing that supports us. You are not a juggler. You focus on a singular task, very purpose-built and driven, okay? You don't accept that there's just too much going on, you just get shit done. That's our feeling right now. So both on all of the topics at hand, but determining perhaps just one thing that we want to focus all our feels on. So in your case, perhaps the job. I do not know. And you're doing, all right? This is you showing a literal, I will argue, lifetime of experience in a field, perhaps, that you want to be involved in. But we're having to start over, go back to town. This is the card of completion, okay? This is in regard to passions. Passions can obviously revolve around work. Your doings right now are gathering up all the things you have created, all your wands you have made in this card, okay? You were gathering these things up, taking them back to town so we can start over. Right? Begin the work again, but do it better this time. That is your general reading for right now. This is a nice reminder to you that you're not starting over from zero. You come with a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of passion, spiritual drive, okay? There's charisma inherent in this, just your overall attitude. So, don't feel as though you've been defeated in some way. View this as a fresh start for you, and truly embrace this if you haven't already. This need to focus on a singular task. This tells me you already do that, but this is just affirmation for you to do so. This. Okay? This just shows me that, God, this is the arc of just the soul in progress. It's beautiful to see, frankly. Do you have any questions? Oh, works for me. There you go. Now, that is just the spread. We have one final card here. You ready? Or do you even want to see it? This is the one that jumped out at me. Page of Pentacles reversed. So, this would call out to us in a couple ways. All right, this would be new physical beginnings, okay? Adventures, if you will. Perhaps a project, something very real and physical that we've been trying to do is blocked. I don't know if this is just a current statement of where we're at, or if it's a call out to you directly to tell you any new physical adventures, if you will. This is matters of career, etc. I think, honestly, this probably should have been the card we pulled first. This is just the overarching card. This has nothing to do with telling you not to. This is talking about what the fuck we were talking about. This is literally blocking understanding where we're going in terms of our career. This would be a compass. Effectively, we are looking for direction. This is the card of the neophyte, the newbie. Okay? Pentacles represent wealth as well as our physical world, but your career, right? It comes to us blocked. We know this, Adds nothing to your reading. Probably should have started there. Hence, also makes more sense at the end of your read, the Ten of Wands, reminding you this is not the end of you. It is the new beginning of you. What do you want to do with it? What do you want to turn it into this time? Okay. Alrighty. 10:48. We'll take this another 8 minutes. Why not? But I do need to eat. I got the hunger down below. For sure. So honestly, I think in the interest of self-preservation, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I got stuff to do. I'm gonna assume you do too. However, for those of you that came and allowed me to read for you today, I appreciate you greatly, very, very much. So, I already did that. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with me on a Monday morning. My name is Opal. We use things like tarot, Lenormand, oracle, elder Futhark runes, astrology, astronomy, hermetics, alchemy, etc., 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 in order to help illuminate the path to the higher self. That is to say, the best version of you. I hope you will join me. It has been a delight. However, until next time, I hope you have an excellent, excellent day. I will see you all in the next stream. Bye.